So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So straight into the action. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Estoril clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I'm going to opt for the versatile Danny Welbeck. His preference, I'm sure, would be to play through the middle, to score as many as possible, and he'll be judged on that ultimately. But he makes his pace count in wider areas too, and I think that's where he can be most effective.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Adingra.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Here's Goretzka. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
A lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Real chance! And he's quick to get rid. Joelinton. Nice have the chance to go the other way. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Looking to play him in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He won't be happy with that one. Diogo Dalot. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Played with speed from back to front. Ryerson. And it's Welbeck. That's a shade optimistic. Joelinton. Well, that looks a decent ball. He is through here. That is good strength. And the shot! Goal! Estoril! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Estoril have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Joelinton.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a cute ball. He's through here. Wiverton gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. 30 minutes gone. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Adingra. Now it's Welbeck. Ryerson promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Madueke. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Madueke clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Estoril looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Oh, that's fabulous. Now the cross. And he's there to get it away. Nicked it back promptly. Shapes to shoot! Diogo Dalot. So what can they make of this? And that has put paid to that. Laporte cuts it out. Goretzka played out to the left flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's been cut out, well played. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. Turns back here, probably the best option. Nice ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Estoril up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Estoril looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Down to business again. Estoril currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Burkhardt engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Welbeck.
Welbeck really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
This is a promising build-up. He's in a good position here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's in a great position here. That pass has been well intercepted. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. The message is clear, none shall pass. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Ryerson. Looking for the run. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Estoril just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Szoboszlai.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Diogo Dalot.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Out of play for a throw. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Burkhardt looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Goretzka, oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Stood up well to him there. And he's forced to go back. Estoril do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Mitoma opts for safety. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Diogo Dalot.
Kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passing is crisp and sharp. Wood just eases him off the ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. Chance for a shot! In he goes again! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he cuts out the supply. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable. Nice really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Tries to play it through. That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Joelinton. Burkhardt. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Vai proceder uma substituição. O número 41. Número 4.
Estoril are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so.
Número 15. Número 8.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Takes a shot! Now, that's another chance! And there's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Estoril are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Wood. In with the challenge.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
And the counter is on.
And it's Soboslai. Rogers. Great vision. Now, what about a counter-attack? Toma. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Wood.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Rogers.
And the referee brings it to a close.
Estoril are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
Burkhardt voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look